Now me personally, I cannot really be asked in talking about this, but since I have no other plans for videos, fuck it. Now Michael Bay has just recently revealed that there are at least 14 more Transformers films to come, as there are at least 14 Transformers films that have been written, and Bay being Bay of course wants to be involved with at least one of these films. And despite how there is 14 other Transformers films in development, I am honestly not surprised in the fucking slightest. I mean, just over a year ago, it has been revealed that Transformers will have its own shared universe, and not to mention that Transformers as a brand is very broad. And since they said 14 other Transformers films, they could be literally anything, whether it'll be continuations, prequels, or spin-off films. And we know for a fact that Transformers 5 is coming out later this year, not to mention that they are working on a Transformers 6. And we also know for a fact that Bumblebee will be the very first character to have his own standalone film, which will be following up from Transformers The Last Knight. But the question is, who else could get their own spin-off films? Now the obvious choice is of course doing a Grimlock film, or at the very least a film in relation to Dinobots. And honestly, I would be down for this. I could also imagine Megatron having his own standalone film, whether it would be his origin or his brand new adventures. I could also imagine Hot Rod having his own standalone film and eventually have him become Rodimus Prime, which I think could work quite well despite how I'm not a huge fan of Rodimus Prime as a character. Hell, I could even imagine them doing a prequel film in relation to the early days of the Cybertronian War. And this is probably something that every single Transformers fan, and myself included, would want to see out of this series at some point. Or they could even go further in time and show us the ancient battle between Unicron and Primus, which I think would be very fresh in comparison to the other Transformers films that we had so far. Now these are the very few examples of the spin-offs and potential films that they could possibly make out of Transformers and turn it into a shared universe. And having a shared universe is the current phase for Hollywood these days. And these films clearly make a shit ton of money, so I don't see a reason as to why they should stop anytime soon despite the constant backlash. In fact, if anything, I think that this is a good idea because it gives many writers an opportunity in writing at least a good Transformers story, and hopefully even salvage this franchise from being completely one note. But one could only hope. So are you excited that there's going to be a shit ton of Transformers films in the near future? And what spin-off films do you want to see out of Transformers? Comment below and share some thoughts. And as always, thank you guys for watching this video. Please like and subscribe, take care and have a good one.